guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Claire. Please subscribe, it would really mean a lot to me. But if you aren't new, I'm happy to have you back. Today I'm filming a video that I've wanted to film for a while, but I needed time to kind of gather all my thoughts because it's kind of a lot of information. If you read the title, this is going to be a video for freshmen going to the University of Tennessee. Okay, the title idea for this video came from Taylor Stabline. I don't know how to say her name, but she goes to Georgia and she just finished her freshman year at Georgia, and I thought her video was super, I don't know, it was a cool approach to the whole freshman year thing. Everyone does freshman year videos and some direct them to their universities, but this is more like a letter to you. Like if I were gonna give you advice and sit down and talk to you, these are the things I would tell you. So it's just a little more personal. So let me start off. Like I said, my name is Claire. I just finished my freshman year. I'm going to be a sophomore at the University of Tennessee. I'm so sad I'm no longer a freshman, but it's fine. Right now I don't have a major. I'm hoping to declare a major by the end of this semester. That is the goal. Yeah, so I don't have a major yet. So I guess that kind of makes me like an all-around broad kind of person, because I did think about a couple different colleges within the university. I'm from New York, so I am an out-of-state student, 100% out of state, very far out of state. So I do kind of have that background knowledge as well, not knowing many people. Things this year are going to be so much different than when I went through them. We're in a different time right now. It's kind of crazy, and I am so sorry about that, but it is up to you watching this, to make your freshman year the best it could possibly be, even with these crazy circumstances. So just remember, no matter what is happening, you have the opportunity to give yourself an amazing experience. I'm going to start with academics because it is a university. We're there because we're learning. I know that's not probably what you want to hear about first, but I'll get into the fun stuff later. We're going to get the academics out of the way. I'm going to name all of the colleges within the university. I wrote them down on my notebook that I'm looking at right here because I don't know them all off the top of my head. We have the Herbert College of Agriculture, the Architecture and Design School, the College of Arts and Sciences, the Haslam College of Business, which is one of the most popular, Communication and Information College, the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences, Tickle College of Engineering, then the Law College, the Nursing College, the Social Work College, and then there's a Vet College, which I didn't even know, but that's only for grad students. Those are all our colleges. This year, we have a mixture of online classes and in-person classes. I know a lot of people have a lot of online classes, so I'm hoping you'll at least get one in-person class because that is like part of the experience. So that's going to be a little different. Now, I have done a semester in person and I have done a semester fully online. So putting them together seems honestly kind of cool for me and my situation. I have 2 classes online and 3 in person as of right now. My schedule might still change. Having some classes online just gives me more time. So yeah, sometimes it's helpful. I don't entirely know how it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to have to be on Zoom for those classes. I think I am. So it's basically in person, but I don't have to like get up early and walk, or in my case take the bus from Sorority Village. So yeah, I can't talk about how this hybrid model is going to work. I know the university is doing everything they can to keep us safe and the people around us safe, as they should. My biggest tip from transitioning from high school into college is something you're not going to want to hear. It's extremely helpful if you don't procrastinate. I know, okay? I know that just blew your minds. Some people can procrastinate, leave things off till the last minute and then like stay up all night and do them, and if that works for you, cool. But personally for me, my mental health goes in the toilet if I do that. I like to have a strict sleep schedule. I never have been a college student that stays up late studying. I mean, it's only been 1 year, but I'm patting myself on the back for that. You probably procrastinate. A lot of people do. I used to. But I highly recommend getting out of that habit if you can. Try not to procrastinate. I promise it really helps. I promise it really helps. And then my other tip is to please use your planner. And if you've never used a planner in your entire life, go buy one because it's so helpful. You put things you need to get done that day and then things you want to get done that day but aren't completely necessary. And then you try to do them because trust me, it helps, and then you have more time to do the things you like once you finish the things you need to get done. Got it? Good. In my experience, not all college classes are as hard as they are made out to be. However, some are very difficult. Those are classes that I highly suggest you get help. There are so many resources. Everyone always says this in every video and you just like don't care until you're there. But trust me, listen, because it'll matter. There's so many resources at Tennessee to help you with your work. So obviously office hours, and then there's the writing center, which I've actually never been in, but my papers have been pretty solid, so I haven't needed to. And then this is one that I think is fairly new. It's called the Math Place, which sounds super elementary. Math Place saved my friggin' life sometimes because most of the basic general math courses are covered in the Math Place, and it's just a place in the library that you can go and they help you do your homework and they help you learn how to do it. Just like in high school, there are math teachers that are great and the math teachers that are not so great. And I know math is one of those subjects that is pretty dependent on the teacher and the teaching style. Yeah, so use the Math Place if you don't get it. Because if you don't understand your teacher in class and you think going to the office hours is going to help, you probably won't understand them there either. So go to the Math Place because sometimes they're super helpful. The librarians in the library help out a lot. Like if you can't find a book, just ask someone, they'll help you. It's also super easy to find a book online. This will be explained to you, but let me just like run through it real quick. If you're looking for a physical copy of a book in the library, you go online to the library website and then you type in what you're looking for, and then when you find a book you want, it'll come up and you can map it, and then it'll tell you what floor it's on and what shelf it's on, and you can like follow the picture. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. I had to do that for my English class once. So like you'll learn how to find books, but they're super helpful. You do not need to know your major going into it, but I will say try to figure out what college you want to go into, because I started off in the College of Arts and Sciences as the universal undecided major because I didn't know which way I was going. But the issue with that is that my advisor in the College of Arts and Sciences really only knows about the College of Arts and Sciences, so she can't help me with a lot of the other colleges, which I don't think is her fault, but just try to know which college you want to go into because you'll get more help that way. Map your classes and then walk them out before the day of. If you know where the building is, then it's kind of unnecessary, but if you don't know where the building is, go find it. Here's a little story time. I have never, ever, ever, ever been the person to like walk into the wrong classroom in my entire life. Like elementary school, nope. Middle school, nope. High school, nope. It's just not who I am. I don't walk into the wrong class. No, I don't do that. I had my schedule printed like the week before second semester, and I went to my class that was on my schedule, and I was in the right room, in the right building, and then like 5 to 10 minutes in, I realized I was in the wrong class, and I was in like a 400 class with like a bunch of upperclassmen, and I was a little freshman. And so I realized I was in the wrong class, so then I checked my schedule online again, and they had changed the room and building on me. So literally check your schedule the day before or the day of to make sure you don't go to the wrong classroom, because they do change that without telling you sometimes. So now that we got classes out of the way, we can get into packing, because right now it's like July, and I know that's what you're all stressed about, and I will get into dorms too at the end of this part. So packing. Make sure to bring items that make your room feel cozy and comfy. I struggled for a very long time. I think other people felt this way too. It took me a semester for me to feel like I was like home. Like for a while I thought I was just at like sleepaway camp. I don't know if that makes sense. But like you just get used to like the routine, and I used to go to soccer sleepaway camps, and it literally just felt like that for a while. But then finally it started to feel like home. So like make your room comfy and cozy to make that transition easier, because you don't want to feel like you're at camp, because then you just don't feel like you're living your life. It's very weird. Try not to stress. I know that's easy to say, but try not to stress packing. And the biggest way to do this is to clean out your closet before you even think to start packing. So right now is probably a good time for you to start cleaning out your closet. You need to go through and pick the items you know you're not gonna wear. Not only that, but if you want to transition to college you from high school you, right? I'm not saying like act fake, but if you want to grow into yourself more, then like get rid of clothes you don't want anymore. Even if you still wear them, like just keep your favorites and then keep things that you like and can see yourself wearing as you grow and mature. So go through your closet right now, like huge closet clean out. Like not just like give away a few things, like no. Get into the meat of your closet, because you know you're gonna go back to school shopping anyway. Get rid of a ton of shit. Just do it, and then packing will be so much easier, I promise. Also, don't forget a pair of cheap sneakers that you don't care about if they get ruined, because game days, frats, they're gonna get destroyed. I have a black pair that I don't care if they get ruined, and a white pair that I don't care if they get ruined. Here are like things that I forgot I would need. Like just some dishes, cups, silverware. And then the biggest thing that was helpful for me that I feel like people don't think of is a drying rack. Because when you do laundry and you can't put half your clothes in the dryer, where are you gonna put them? Yeah, so a drying rack actually really came in handy. There's not much else I can think that you wouldn't think of. Most people think of all the things you need. I would get a full length mirror if your dorm doesn't have one. They have ones that go over the door, which is super helpful. Oh, and bring some clothes that fit themed parties. Just like a few little things that you could wear to a themed event, because they do happen in college. Now that I've talked about packing what you need, I'm going to talk about the dorms in specific. Tennessee has normal, traditional, community style dorms. They have suite style, they have semi-suite style, and they have apartment style. I'm not going to name which one's which. That is on the Tennessee website though, so you can go read all the details about that, but I'm just going to name all of the residence halls at the university. Dogwood and Magnolia are two brand new ones, like brand stinking new. They've only been open for a year. So if you got in there, or if you can get in there and you can afford it, because they are a little bit more expensive, literally go for it. They're literally flawless. They're pristine because they're brand new still. Orange and white are also pretty nice. Then there's Ball Hall, Laurel. Stokely is really just for athletes. There are a few like honors programs and stuff in there too. I think there might be a few normal students in Stokely. I don't know for sure. Stokely's also really nice. Then there's Reese, Hess, Massey. Brown is also really nice. They probably showed you that on tour if you got to tour. If you didn't get to tour, that's the one they show you to make you think all their dorms look like that. They don't all look like that. And then Clement is an older one. And then there's North and South Carrick. I saved this one for last because this is where I lived. North and South Carrick are the only residence halls on campus that I believe are still separated by gender. Fun fact. You can determine if that's a good or a bad thing. North Carrick is the guy's side, South Carrick is the girl's side. But I was in South Carrick. If you're living in South Carrick, honestly, you might think it's really bad at first. And then when you see it in person, you get even more bummed. But as you move your stuff in, it looks better and better, I promise. You can actually really make it work. Like, you can make it look so cute. So I'm gonna insert some pictures right here of people that made South Carrick look cute. Yeah, South Carrick, we're not excited about it. It was a bit of a show. Things were broken every single week, but I literally don't think I wanted to live any other place. Like, it was so fun. So if you're living in South Carrick, I promise you, it will be fine. It'll be better than fine. It's a great freshman year experience, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about like getting around campus and like the Knoxville area. Getting around, there's like walking. Obviously, I mostly walked my freshman year. I very rarely drove or took the bus anywhere unless it was like kind of far. I really only drove to like chapter meetings, but otherwise I would walk to all of my classes. I only really took the bus when I was on crutches for a couple weeks, but other than that I walked fine. It is super confusing when you first get there. At first it makes no sense and you don't know how you're gonna get everywhere, but now me looking back on it, it's so simple. So I'm just gonna give you the rundown. And I don't know if you're gonna understand how I say this, but basically it's like a straight line. Like, you're not going like turns and stuff. It's mostly just like a couple blocks of straight campus. So if you know where Ped Walkway is, which for people who don't know the name, like the bridge that goes past the stadium, that's pedestrian walkway, right? And that goes all the way through campus basically till you get to the stairs, and it goes all the way back until you get to like near Brown. And I think they actually are extending Ped Walkway, so it will be longer now, which is kind of fun. I'm excited to see that. I don't know if they're gonna finish that anytime soon. I hope they do though, because the construction really is not a pretty sight. And your classes, you just go straight down, and sometimes you'll need to go left or right off of it, but it's in that kind of general vicinity. And then the strip runs parallel to pedestrian walkway, which has some more buildings along the strip. So I promise you'll get used to walking it really quickly. Then there's the bus that I mentioned. If you use the Tennessee app, I believe you can see the bus schedule and where they pick you up. Like I said, I really barely ever use the bus. Then there's the T-Link, which is like the bus, but it's like an Uber. If you're anywhere on campus, you can call the T-Link to pick you up and they'll take you where you want to go for free. Other places in Knoxville that you'll probably go a lot is the Strip. There's a bunch of like fast food places, restaurants, and a Walgreens on the Strip. You'll probably be down there a lot. Then there's downtown Knox, which has Market Square, which is a really fun place to spend weekends. There's some really cute places to eat, cute places to shop, but be careful spending your money because broke college student life is a thing. And then there's the Fort, which is across the Strip from campus, and it's kind of where all the houses are, where people live off campus if they do live in a house versus an apartment. I'm going to talk about all the fun you can have at Tennessee. So the best part, in my opinion, about Tennessee is the school spirit and the sporting events. Obviously, football is a big deal. We kind of sucked the past few years. However, we're on the up. Our defense is ranked above Alabama's, and our recruiting class, I believe, is ranked number 2 this year. So get ready for us to start winning some more. We started out last season pretty slow, but we picked it back up towards the end. South Carolina, that game was so fun. Go to the big SEC games. Those are insanely fun. Basketball is also a big thing at our school. Usually we're pretty good. Last year we were okay. Hoping we do better this year though. We lost a lot of seniors 2 years ago. So basketball's a big thing. Baseball's super fun to watch. Soccer's fun to watch. All your tickets for sporting events are going to be on bigorangetickets.com, and all of them are free except for football tickets. Football tickets are $10, which sounds like a lot for a student, and it's like kind of annoying. But if you think about it, those tickets go for so much money. Especially some SEC games go for a ton of money, so you're getting them as cheap as you'll ever get them. There's a lot of clubs and organizations you can join at the school. I don't know about all the clubs, but obviously Greek life is pretty big at Tennessee. I'm part of a sorority in Pi Beta Phi. Greek life is a great way to meet your close friends. I will be doing a whole video on Greek life, so I'm not going to get into it too much now. But there are also club sports at Tennessee, which is super fun for people who took their sports pretty seriously throughout high school and stuff. So I play club soccer, which is it's like rec, but we get to play other schools and we're an actual team that you have to try out for. There are rec sports as well, which are for people who just want to play. So that you don't really need experience for. In Tennessee, there's a lot of cool places in nature that you can explore and go on fun little adventures. I plan on doing that more sophomore year than I did freshman year. So there's definitely no way you're gonna get bored. Also, Dollywood is, I mean, you have to drive to it obviously, but it's not that far and I still haven't been, so I want to go visit Dollywood. My last note is how to make friends. So especially if you're out of state, I know in-state probably know some more people, and even people in the South probably know a decent amount of people going to the same school as them, just because it is a big SEC school and kids from the South stay in the South generally, not all the time, but there are more kids from the South than from the North. I'm from the North. I get the question a lot, like, why would you ever come here? There's just a Southern charm about it. So making friends if you don't know anyone. It can be really awkward to just go up to someone and be like, hi, my name is Claire, what's yours? Because that kind of seems like we're in kindergarten, you know? So how I do it is, like, in class, like, ask a simple question or make a side comment. Something simple like, oh, did you do the homework? I hope this class isn't hard. And then you get into a little conversation and then be like, oh, by the way, my name's Claire. And they'll be like, oh, my name's blah, 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 whatever. So just, like, it's easy to lean into it with a question or a statement than to just full on be like, hi, nice to meet you. It's just less awkward. I mean, if you can go up to someone and be like, hi, nice to meet you, I'd be cool with, like, being friends with someone like that. But personally, I just couldn't do that. If you are talking with someone, like, in your classes, try to, like, plan coffee dates to do homework together. And then also, the Facebook page is great for meeting friends. And basically, once you get accepted, just go onto Facebook and search, like, University of Tennessee class of, and put your graduating class, like, year, and then you join the group, and then basically you're in this group of all people going to Tennessee, and you, like, introduce yourself and just make friends with all those people, and you can follow their Instagrams and DM them on Instagram and just interact and be friends. It's a great way to know some familiar faces when you get to campus. I also made a few friends during orientation, which sadly is not possible for you guys this year. I know you have orientation online. I don't know if you did it, like, in groups, so maybe you did have some people. I don't know how it worked, but just try to interact with people online as well. That's basically it. Honestly, I love college. It's so fun. University of Tennessee is my second home. I'm obsessed with it. I cannot wait to be back on campus in the fall. I've missed it so much. Living in Florida for 5 months has been great, but I'm ready to go back. So can we go back? Yeah, if you're watching this, I hope to see all your smiling faces on campus. I'm so excited to be back in Knoxville, and I hope you're excited to go too. If you guys have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or DM me, and I'll answer them individually, or if there's enough questions, maybe I'll do, like, a whole other Q&A type video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!